darlings, and here we go. I'm going to tell you a story. So they always start out kind of the same way. For argument's sake, do you have ghosts? Why would you say that? I don't know. I feel like your house has ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts? No, I don't believe in ghosts. Well, why would you ask me a question like that? My house doesn't have ghosts. So let's preface this with, I don't like the word ghost. I prefer the word spirits. So they always start out the same way. So I had a friend, had being the key word there. I think the poor woman got spooked so many times that she just wouldn't come back. So this might actually have to be a series because it's not just one thing that happened. I'm going to tell you just about the first time that it happened. So she came over and we were hanging out. We used to cook, like prep cook and meal prep and freeze things. And this is where it started. We're chopping up food and making brownies. We would fill each other's freezers and our kids were little. And she said, do you have ghosts? And I said, I don't know. Why would you say that? And she goes, because I feel like you have ghosts. And I said, well, do you believe in ghosts? She goes, no. I'm like, so why are we talking about this? And I get this a lot. Most of the time I really ignore it. But this is somebody who's seriously a smart woman. So we're talking about it and she's getting very agitated. And I finally said, listen, if you don't believe in ghosts, I don't really want to talk about this in the house because this is something that's been going on in my life for a very long time. As we're cooking, she keeps going on about how she doesn't believe in this, but she gets a bad feeling. And I said, what do you mean? This is such a great house. Like, I have places that people love to come over. I love to entertain. And she kept going on. Now, I also have to tell you that I'm divorced and my kids used to go to their dad's house. And when they did, I used to shut off the rooms because it would bother me that they were gone. And it would really bother me. So while we're cooking in the kitchen, I have their bedroom and the playroom completely shut off. I have not gone in these rooms. There was no need to when the kids weren't around. And as we're cooking and she's getting more agitated by the second, I keep saying to her, you know, you really need to calm down. We don't have to have this discussion. And she keeps saying, I keep getting a feeling every time I'm here. So now because she's getting agitated, I thought we should have this talk. And I said, if you're feeling this, then you have your own perceptions. You have your own feelings. And when I'm with somebody else that doesn't believe, funky things happen. And I either need you to stop this conversation or let's have it intelligently and don't get so upset. But she was getting very nervous. And that's why I always say, if you get spooked by this stuff, you shouldn't talk to me about it or don't watch this. And as I keep saying that, if she's feeling something, she has her own energy. I believe that everybody has the energy to do this. Everybody. It's whether you're okay. I'm Catholic. Of course we believe in the afterlife. So it doesn't seem unnatural to me that there are spirits. So while she's getting this agitated, and we still have quite a bit of food to cook and a lot of things going at the same time, I said to her, you really need to stop this now. You're getting way too upset over it and it's not worth it. Let's just table this conversation. But she won't. She will not stop. And next thing you know, crash. I mean crash. Both of us actually yelled because there was a crash in another room. And I go down the hallway and I open up my kids' playroom door. And it was the days where people used to mount TVs on the walls. So it was a really good thing to do with kids when they were little, so they never climbed on a bookshelf or a table and knocked over a TV. And there is a 32-inch, and these are the days with the big, heavy, old TVs, hanging off of the wall. Now, this thing was metal. They were shaped on a U, TV hung on it, strapped on, and bolted, double bolted into a stud. Okay, I had this put in by somebody who really does construction, and there is the TV smashed on the ground, and this entire thing is hanging from the wall. Well, needless to say, she got wildly upset. We spent the rest of the time calming her down, and all I said to her was, I asked you very nicely to stop this conversation. Like, you are bothered by this. And she wouldn't stop. And I warned her in advance that when I deal with people inside of my own home, that don't believe, where they're emphatic that they really don't believe, and we start this, bad things happen in my house. Bad. This was scary, dangerous. This was a room we weren't in, professionally installed. It had been there for a while. There was no reason. There were no kids that could have hung off this and pulled it down. My children knew the safety factor with it, and there is a TV hanging from the ground and a very upset woman that I now have to talk off the ledge. And off the ledge was, we're gonna stop. I'm sorry that you're so affected by this conversation, but I asked you not to do this, and now things have happened. This isn't my energy, this was hers. So what I have found is that there are a lot of people there. This is becoming more widely accepted. When I was a kid, my brothers used to tease me and call me a witch. I have a witch's hat that lives in my house at all times. I don't like the term witch because it's got a negative connotation, just like I don't like the term ghost. It's got a negative connotation. It's a spirit, and there's energy everywhere. And what I can tell you is that when right people meet, energy will be positive and grow. It totally will. And when you get some negative, or what I call a disbeliever, it's not that her energy was negative, is that she was scared, really scared, because she kept feeling things. So if you know you're perceptive and you do know that things like this happen, well then just tune in to the next one, because this goes on to another story later. So bye for now.
Hello, darlings. My real name's Eileen March, but you can tell why they call me Smileen. So I want to thank everybody for your support. You have no idea how grateful we are, and I'm not alone in this. So really, thank you. Best compliment ever. Thank you to the subscribers. Share it. Hit the bell if you want to be reminded. So I believe happiness is a choice. Life can get super hard. We all know that. It can. But if you learn how to go with the flow and take it, and I believe try something new, it does make life easier. So you want to fight change? Look what happened to the dinosaurs. So I choose to be happy. Try something new. Your brain's going to work better, and so will your body. And I don't know, here's some new ideas. So bye for now.